Hey guys, it's Miss Walker. I hope y'all are doing amazing today. So, we are done with our Pythagorean theorem unit for now. You should be starting that when you are in regular math. And what we are going to start working on is surface area and volume. I always like to start surface area and volume units with the basics of how to solve for just the area of rectangles, triangles, and circles. When we can do that, then we can work into those larger, more complex formulas of surface area of the different prisms, of cylinders, volume of those prisms, volumes of cylinders. We can't do any of that unless we have these basics. And this is one of those categories on the STAR test where a lot of people struggle, are these measurement pieces. So that's why I always take it back to the basics. Let's get a strong foundation there, and then we can push forward. Today, we're going to focus on rectangles and triangles. The reason I put these together is because they are related, and I'm going to see if you can figure out how they're related, how they compare to each other. So on our formula chart, we find that the area of a rectangle formula is A equals BH. That means base times height. The area of a triangle is A equals 1/2 base times height. I want you to pause the video for a second, and I want you to think about why the triangle is half base times height and the rectangle is full base times height. So I hope that you can see that to find the area of a rectangle, we're doing the base times height. So it's like how much fills up that whole area. For a triangle doesn't fill up this whole area. It only fills up half of the area. So when we are solving for area of a triangle, we're taking the full area, but we're splitting it in half to get the area of that triangle. So let's go ahead and start substituting in our numbers. The base of our rectangle is 23. The height of our rectangle is 12. So our solution is 276. When we substitute in the triangle, it's going to be 1/2 base. Oh, let me undo that. 1/2 times 23 times 12. So see, I'm still using the same numbers as I did on my rectangle, but now it's half times the same base and the same height. And I end up getting half of 276, which is 138. So now that I've worked through that problem, let me pull up the calculator and show you the different ways that you can put in 1/2. That's one of the most common questions I get is, how do I put 1/2 in the calculator when I'm solving these formulas? Let me move my picture up here. Okay, so we're going to start with formulas. A equals BH, triangle is 1/2 BH. If I'm substituting, I am doing my base is 1.5, my height is 10. And if I plug that in the calculator, 1.5 times 10, 1.5 times 10, I get 15. Now, here's where the 1/2 comes in. A equals 1/2 times 1.5 times 10. So here are all the ways I can type it in my calculator. I could type in 1 divided by 2 times 1.5 times 10. And I'm going to show you that. 1 divided by, nope, it's not reading my hand here. 1 divided by 2 times 1.5 times 10. Well, it would help if I enter it in right. Times 10. There we go. I get 7.5. Another way I could do it is change 1/2 to a decimal. So 0.5 times 1.5 times 10. So let me show you what that gives me. 0.5 times 1.5 times 10 gave me the same thing. I could also take my rectangle 1.5 times 10 and just divide that by 2. Get the same thing. So I'm going to underline these ways to put in 1/2. 1 divided by 2, 0.5, or if you just divide it by 2. Those are all ways you can enter 1/2 into the calculator. Regardless of how you do that, pick the way that makes the most sense to you and stick with that way. Your solution is 7.5. All right, you're going to finish out these problems, and if you have any questions, inbox me. I hope y'all have a great week. We have 2 more weeks until Christmas break, and I'm here. Let me know if you need anything. Thanks, guys. I hope y'all have a great